welcome back. It's Maureen from CrochetCavalier. Today we're going to be talking about the half double crochet and how we can do that stitch. That's the next progression after single crochet. So remember last time we talked about having a tail on your yarn, about 12 centimeters, and then making a slip stitch. So we're going to make that slip stitch now. So how I do that is just wind that over, use those two fingers there to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop. And that goes on your hook. And you can pull the long tail to tighten it up. Okay, you don't want to make it too tight so we can work into our piece. All right. With thumb and middle finger, I take hold of the yarn. Don't make this finger too long, otherwise that gets away from you. So just keep it nice and tight. Thumb and middle finger, grab your yarn, hold your hook. I hold my stitch there. Okay, and we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we're going to skip that first stitch. Remember when we did single crochet, we worked straight into the next stitch. This time we're actually going to yarn over and work into that second stitch. So push your hook through there, yarn over and pull through. Now you've got 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 of them. And so that's basically a half double crochet stitch. Again, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Again, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. All right, let's do that all the way along to the end. And last one. Okay, there we go. All right, and now to go back the other way, we chain 2 and turn our work. All right, now that first double chain there, I'm counting that as my first stitch. So where this hole is here, I'm actually going to work into that. So I yarn over into that stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over and push it through into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. All right, let's work it along till we get to the end of that row. And into the top of that one. I'm actually going to work into the front of that one like that. Bring that up nice and straight on the edge. All right, so there you've got your first 2 rows of half double crochet. Again, chain 2, turn your work, yarn over into the first stitch, yarn over and pull up, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. Now you'll get, if you're working in the round, it actually gives a different look than if you're working in rows. And I'll tell you why in a moment. I'll show you why in a moment on the rug that I'm making. Okay, because this way is you're turning each row you're turning around. So that's how it looks when you're going back and forth in rows. All right, and the same on both sides. Yeah, I actually just really like this stitch. It's very pretty. All right, so I'll show you now the mats that I'm making, and then I'll show you how to work in the round. So this is the table mat I'm making at the moment using the half double crochet stitch. It's a very thick sort of fabric, but I like these to use these instead of a tablecloth. So this one is for a friend of mine that I'm making. She wanted all bright colours. I'll pop a few photos in here later on along the way so you can see the other ones that I've made for myself here at home. So you can see I've worked in the round there. It starts off in the middle here with 8 half double crochets, and then you're working around and around in a square. But can you see how the look of it is probably this way if I go that way. The look of it looks quite different than when you're making the little back and forth square, because when you do the back and forth rows, you get this ridge here, or on the other side you get these lines coming through because you're working in both sides of the stitch, whereas when you're working one way in a round, sorry, what am I trying to say? When you're working all the same way, round and round, you get a different look. And I really love that sort of look. On the back, if you look at the back of it, you'll see you've got all those ridges, which when you're working in rows back and forth, you'll get those ridges on both sides of your work. So it just depends on what sort of look you want, but when you're working in the round, I really love that there's a front and a back to my crochet. And yeah, that's how it looks. So what I'm doing with this one, just briefly, I've got an 8-ply plain wool. So this one's just like an off-white colour. I have used cream and like an ecru colour. I actually really enjoy using a little bit more earthy colours, but this one I'm using this white wool, and then I combine it with a really fine coloured yarn. So this one is about a 2 or 3 ply. This is the coastal yarn from Joanne of Spinning Yarns Weaving Tales, and I got quite a few of her yarns many years back when I was making some samples and things for her. And so yeah, I've still got some of those in my stock. So all of these colours that you can see here I had from her coastal yarns, and so I combine the two together, the two threads together. Sometimes I'll use 3 of her colours and make 3 together, and it just gives a really lovely blended look to your blankets as opposed to using maybe a variegated yarn. All right, so then how I do the double crochet here, the half double crochet, sorry, again, one yarn over, I work into the front of the stitch there through both of those loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. And you just work along. So by the time it gets to this size, you are actually working in a row anyway, but you're just always going around and around in the same direction. Rather than when you're working in rows, you're changing sides, turning it over and working back the other way. All right, it gives you that nice look. And in the corners, what I do is 2 half double crochets, 2 chains and another 2 half double crochets. So let me just show you how to do that with the green cotton that I had. And so you can get an idea of how to make it into a square. Yeah, I really love making these blankets, and these table mats are beautiful. Yeah. Okay, when it's finished, I'll pop it on my Instagram. You'll see when it's all done as well. To work in the round for a half double crochet, we're going to make a magic loop. So hold your left hand open and place the tail end across your palm, and with your thumb secure it on top of those two fingers. Take the working end of your yarn and bring it up between those fingers and make an X across your index and middle finger. Bring the yarn back down again through the fingers and secure it with your thumb, tail and working end together. Turn your hand over and now you've got two loops on your hook. You're going to use the hook facing downwards, push it under the first loop and grab the second loop. Pull it up through and twist. Now you're going to use this working end of your yarn and we're going to go under and we're going to bring that through that loop there. So you've made a stitch. Take your fingers out and you've now got a loop to work into. If you pull the tail end of the yarn a little bit tighter, you can make it a bit smaller so it's not too big to work into. All right, and now we're going to chain one to finish off our half double crochet. Yarn over and make another half double crochet. When I'm making a solid granny square with half double crochet, I like to do a chain two in the corner. Just gives me a nice sharp pointy corner. You can use only one chain if you want to, and that will give you a more rounded edge. Okay, so I've done the chain two. We're going to do two more half double crochets in there. 1 and 2. Chain two. 2 more half double crochets. 1 and 2. Chain two. 2 more half double crochets. 1 and 2. At this point I like to take my little tail there and pull it a little bit tighter so that the ends meet up, and now I can chain two and work into the top of the very first half double crochet stitch with a slip stitch. All right, so you've got 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2, chain 2, 2. Your 4 sides of your square. We're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and we're now going to chain 2, which will be our first half double crochet, and make another half double crochet into the chain space. Chain 2, and in the same chain 2 space, make another 2 half double crochets. Now to work along this edge, we're going to make a half double crochet between these 2 stitches below. And now we're at the next corner. We're going to make 2 half double crochets in the corner. 1, 2, chain 2 for your corner, and into the same chain 2 space, make another 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. 1 into the side there, and 1 and 2 into the corner. Chain 2, 1 and 2, 1 in between the 2 stitches below, 1, and then 2 in the corner again. 1 and 2, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochets. 1 and 2, and we need 1 more between those 2 stitches below. 2, and we're going to now slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet. All right, now I'm going to just pull my tail tighter to secure that down below. All right, and here we have I'm going to slip stitch into the next corner to start our new row. But now we have our first little mini solid granny square with half double crochet. There you go. All right, do one more round. So chain 2, half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochets into that corner. One and 2. And now to go across the side, we've now got 4 spaces to work into. So we're going to do 4 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do 2 in the corner. 1 and 2. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Just a little bit more yarn there. 4 half double crochets along the side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 in the corner. 1, 2, chain 2. Finish off your corner with another 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2, and again another 4 along the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more for the corner. 1 and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, and then 4 for our last side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet there to finish off our corner. Okay, so there we have our little mini solid granny square with half double crochets. Now you can make lots of these little ones and sew them together to make a blanket, or you can just keep going around and around or change colours each time. So when I change colours, I usually slip stitch into the first corner before I end this yarn and start my next one. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial of how to make the half double crochet stitch, working in rows or working in the round so that you can make a small solid granny square. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and comment and like this video if you enjoyed it. And next time I will be doing the double crochet, which is the standard stitch for when you're making a granny square blanket or granny squares. So look forward to seeing you again next time, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.